Now, here is a warning. Every single episode will only be available on the channel for 1 week and 1 week only. As soon as the other episode releases, the prior episode will be taken down. I got paid over $1 million in the last 90 days for this information that I'm about to share with you. If you run an agency or a consulting business where you help other companies grow, then this is for you. Especially if you're between 20, 30, 50K, 100 grand a month. In 2021, when I was running my appointment setting agency, making well over $30,000 a month, it almost drove me crazy. And I looked at everyone around, left and right, who was making over 300 grand a month, and I realized that they had one thing in common. They had a model that allowed them to experience more scale effortlessly. Hard work was not the answer because I was working way harder than they were, but they were making 10 times as much as me. And it led me to shutting down my appointment setting agency. Literally. I was like, hey, I'm not going to onboard any new client. And I went onto this path, onto this journey of looking for strategic insights that allows a business to go from $30,000 a month to over 300 grand a month. And a year later, I actually achieved this goal of making over $500,000 a month. It led me to uncovering this model that McKinsey is currently using to generate over $10 billion a year. For those who don't know, McKinsey is a consulting company, but over the last decade or so, they've switched from soft asset consulting to hard asset consulting, which means when they come into your business and trying to help you solve your problems, they leave a piece of software, they leave an infrastructure so that when they leave, they still end up making more money over time. And I figured out a way to implement this into my business. I took my appointment setting services and turned it into an infrastructure. Instead of me selling my time and my team's time, I would actually sell the infrastructure that creates the lead gen and the appointments that these businesses wanted, and I retained them on a leveraged model. That allowed me to work infinitely less hours and make infinitely more money. If you want access to this model that I was able to leverage to scale client acquisition.io to a $7 million run rate, then I'm going to be giving it away for free on YouTube. I've decided that starting January 17th, I'm going to be releasing 4 episodes that go over how to structure build and release offers and how you can start selling infrastructures. The second episode will be focused on how to attract the audience that will want to buy your high ticket infrastructure. I had built up an audience of 6,000 people when I made my first $500K a month. Episode 3 will focus on the client acquisition infrastructure that you need, the right sales process that you need to leverage in order to be able to sell over 6 figures worth of infrastructures every single week. Episode 4 will be focused on fulfillment. In order for you to be able to fulfill on over 6 figures worth of revenue every single week, you need a leveraged fulfillment model. So I'm going to be pulling back the curtains and showing you guys how we structure our operations within client acquisition.io. Now, here is a warning. Every single episode will only be available on the channel for 1 week and 1 week only. As soon as the other episode releases, the prior episode will be taken down. And the only way you can access it is by joining the Natural Born Leader community, where you actually have to pay for the information as well as the 178-page doc that goes with that training. Do not miss this opportunity. I know information has become commoditized, but this information, this protocol, this model changed everything for me. Took me from being in the basement, grinding every day, going through all the courses online, to collecting over $5 million in less than 20 months after quitting my 9-to-5. If you want to change everything in your business, then please figure out a way to access more leverage. And the first step to doing that is go subscribe to my YouTube channel and wait for January 17th to access the first episode. See you soon.